11. Welcome to Statistics and Probability. So we are now in lesson 5. Okay, so our lesson is about computing probabilities of discrete random variables. So for today, we will be talking about probability of an event to happen. In here, we have some examples on how to compute probabilities. Here are the following. Okay, so you need to find the probability of the following events. The first one, we have getting an odd number in a single roll of a die. Number 2, getting a sum of 7 when 2 dice are rolled. Number 3, getting a jack when a card is drawn from a deck. Number 4, getting a red card and a king when a card is drawn from a deck. Lastly, getting a black ball from a box containing 4 red and 6 black balls. So for the first example, okay, so getting an odd number in a single roll of a die. So first thing to do, you need to determine the number of possible outcomes. Since our variable is a single roll of a die, so ano ba yung mga possible na pwedeng lumabas dun sa single roll of a die? So nandyan yung 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, total, ang number of possible outcomes niya ay 6. And then, number of favorable outcomes, since the condition is odd number, so just list down all the odd numbers. We have 1, 3, and 5. So, total niya ay 3. What is our formula? So, the formula is, probability of an event, or P of E. We have the number of favorable outcomes over number of possible outcomes. Ano ba yung favorable outcomes natin? It is 3 over, okay, so rewrite 6, and then you need to lowest term if possible. Okay, so 3 over 6 or 1/2. Okay, lowest term natin, and then transform it into its decimal. 1 divided by 2 is equal to 0.5, or the percent form niya ay 50%. Okay? So, ganun lang ang pagkuha ng probability of an event. Another. Ano ba yung pangalawang example natin? Okay, getting a sum of 7 when 2 dice are rolled. So, in here, ano yung variable na involved? So, dice. Ibig sabihin, dalawa yung die. Number of possible outcomes. Bakit siya 6 squared? Dahil ang isang die, meron siyang 6 na faces. Okay? And then, meron kang dalawang die or dice. Kaya siya squared. To get all the possible outcomes, 6 squared or 6 times 6 is equal to 36. And then, number of favorable outcomes, just list down all the condition. Ano ba yung condition niya? Sum of 7. Okay? Na kapag in-add mo daw yung mga number, ang sagot ay 7. So, ito yung mga sumusunod. 1 and 6, 6 and 1, 2 and 5, 5 and 2, 3 and 4, 4 and 3. So, ang total ay 6. Okay? Probability of an event to happen. So, same pa rin. Number of favorable outcomes divide by number of possible outcomes. Okay, so we have 6 over 36. Lowest term, 1 over 6. You divide 0.17. And then percent form, we have 17%. Okay? Question. O, balikan na lang yung video kung may tanong kayo. Third example. Getting a jack when a card is drawn from a deck. Okay, have you seen a deck of card? Oh, yung mga marunong magtongits. Huh? Alam na alam yan. Lucky 9. Yun lang ang alam kong larong tongits at saka lucky 9. Ay, unggoy-unggoyan din pala. Marunong din ako. Okay. So, sa isang deck of card, ano yung mga possible outcomes? Okay, so we have 52 cards. Kaya 52 yan. Favorable outcomes. Ilan ba yung jack sa isang deck of card? We have 4. Okay? And then, formula. Substitute the given. So, 4 over 52. Lowest term, 1 over 13. You divide, you will get 0.08. So, laging kapag nagra-round off kayo ng decimal, 2 decimal places. Okay? And then, kapag naman i-convert nyo yan ng percent, just multiply it by 100. 0.08 times 100 is equal to 8%. Okay? Next one. The next problem is, okay, getting a red card and a king when a card is drawn from a deck. So, ang variable pa rin natin is a deck of card. Number of possible outcomes. So, sa isang deck of cards, we have 52 cards. Number of favorable outcomes. Total ng mga red cards, 26. King, bakit dalawa na lang ang nakalagay? Diba dapat 4? Kasi, saan ba yun? Ayun. Kasi, dito sa red card, meron ng dalawang red king. Okay, kaya binawas na natin siya. Kaya dito sa king ay dalawa na lang. Okay? So, formula. Substitute the given. So, 26 plus 2 over 52. We have 28 over 52. Lowest term, 7 over 13. Divide 0.54. Multiply it by 100. You will get 54%. Okay, so ang probability pala ng pagkuha ng getting a red card and a king is 54%. So, medyo malaki yung percent niya, no? Okay, so yun yung ating note. The other 2 red king card is already included. Okay? Naka-include na kasi siya dito sa red card. Kaya dalawa na lang ang nilagay natin sa king. Clear yon, ha? Last example. Getting a black ball from a box containing 4 red and 6 black balls. Okay? So, number of possible outcomes. So, total number of balls, we have 10. And the number of favorable outcomes. So, ang hinahanap natin is black ball. So, we have 6. And then, probability of the event. Okay, so, yung formula as it is. Then, substitute the given. So, we have 6 over 10. You divide, lowest term rather, we have 3 over 5. Or, you divide it. 3 divided by 5, you will get 0.60. multiply sa 100 para makuha yung percent form na 60%. Okay, another example. We have here the daily demand for copies of a movie magazine at a variety store has the probability distribution as follows. So we have here the table. So yung first column, we have the values of number of copies X, followed by its corresponding probability. So we have here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So yung 0, meron siyang probability na 0.06, 1, 0.14, 2, 0.16, 3, 0.14, 4, 0.12, 5, 0.10, 6, 0.11, 7, 0.07, and then 8, 0.10. So the first problem we have, ayan, so meron na agad, nag-appear na agad yung solution niya. What is the probability of more than 4 copies of movie magazine? Okay, so we are asked to get the probability with the condition more than 4 copies. So take note of those of this condition rather. More than 4. Okay? Ano ba yung mga number more than 4? 4 is excluded, hindi kasama. Okay? Ano ba yung mas mataas kay 4? We have the value of 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So for the solution, write P of 5 plus P of 6 plus P of 7 plus P of 8. Then the next one, just substitute its corresponding probability, which is 0.10, 0.11, plus 0.07, plus 0.10. Okay, so ikukunin mo lang yung total. What is the total of all this probability? We have 0.38. Okay, so ganun lang kasimple. Next problem. What is the probability of at least 3 copies of movie magazine? Okay? So, ano yung condition? At least 3. Ibig sabihin, pinakamababa si 3 pataas. At least 3. Okay? So, pinakamababa si 3. Ano ba yung... So, kasama si 3 pataas. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, rewrite. Sulat lang. P of 3 plus P of 4 plus P of 5 plus P of 6 plus P of 7 plus P of 8. And the next one is yung corresponding probability nila. We have 0.14 plus 0.12 plus 0.10 plus 0.11 plus 0.7 plus 0.10. Then, total again, makukuha natin, ang makukuha ay 0.64. Lastly, what is the probability of at most 3 copies of movie magazine? So, this time, at most naman. Ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng at most? At most, yun na yung pinaka limit, yung 3. Okay? So, 3, pababa, at most. 3 is the highest, pababa. Okay? Ano ba yung mga values na yon? 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay? So, wag kayong kakamali doon sa at least and at most. At least, mababa, pataas. Okay? Kasama si 3, pataas. Kapag naman at most, kasama si 3, pababa. Okay? So, going back to the problem. So, rewrite P of 3 plus P of 2 plus P of 1 plus P of 0. And then, insert or just substitute its corresponding probability. Here are the following. 0.14 plus 0.16 plus 0.14 plus 0.16. You will get a total of 0.50. Okay, so ganun lang kasimple.